Welcome to Think Differently with Myra Passel. The seed that I pulled out the bag today is called leaving a legacy. When we think about the word legacy, we're also thinking about inheritance. What are we leaving behind for our children, our family, maybe even friends? Society has really gone far and above in making us think that a legacy has to be something that's tangible. And I mean something that is expensive, maybe a real estate portfolio, stocks and bonds, huge bank account, savings account. But it doesn't always have to be tangible. Let's look at the word legacy a little differently today. A legacy can also be the impact that you have on the people around you. What are they going to say and remember about you? Let's look at how you may impact people in your work environment or with your friends. If you are a person who comes into work, you greet everybody that you come in contact with, you take the time to ask them how they are doing today, and maybe you have taken the time to connect with them, ask them about their family, ask them about their children. You remember birthdays. And when a hardship falls upon that person, you express care and concern, maybe send a card, encouraging words, motivation. So then in that relationship, that impact that you have on those people that you are coming across, they may remember you as being a very caring person, a great role model. And that's the impact and that's the legacy that you are leaving behind. But let's say you're a person that comes in, barely speak to anybody, barely acknowledge people. You go to them strictly to do that work exchange. You don't make connections with that person or the people around you. Or maybe you've come into the habit of speaking negatively about the establishment that you're working for, maybe even your boss, or maybe even have some negative or cross things to say about your coworkers and people that you are around. What type of impact are you leaving there? What's the legacy? Well, in fact, people may start to limit their contact with you. Or when you leave a particular job, people stop remembering who you were. Or they remember some things that aren't that favorable about you. If you have a hardship, maybe they don't show up for you. So that impact is important because that's the legacy that you're leaving behind. Now let's take a look at it on a more personal level, such as the impact that you can have as a parent. If you are speaking words of affirmation over your children, that you are saying that they're smart, hard workers, that you're proud of them, you listen and provide advice that's appropriate for the situation, supportive of their dreams and their ideas, even if those ideas don't really align to what you think, but you're there to provide guidance and be there if things don't work out. To help your child build that courage to make decisions on their own. Because what you're doing is you're building that trust in your children or your child that they may make some decisions that you don't agree with, but you're still going to be there to support them. And you're probably thinking, trust? Build trust with my child? They should trust me. When children are younger, you are their world. And they trust you. But as they grow up and they start to develop and they start to have their own ideas and unfortunately have the outside world influencing them, as they get older, they look for affirmation on being an individual. Will I still be loved and supported by my family if I choose this or that? They're looking to see if that trust is there. They're trusting that you will still be there for them as they make these decisions. And believe it or not, who they are is not you. Not you at all. So I do encourage you, as you are having an impact on your children, check in with them as frequently as possible. Show a genuine interest in what they are doing. When they are young and you ask them, well, how was your day? Oh, they go on and on and on and on. But it's something about as they get older, they start to hold back certain information from you. So you have to be a little clever and don't just say, how was your day? Ask them specific questions so they have to really think about how their day was. You could ask them questions such as, well, what made you laugh today? What happened to a friend today at school? Did anything happen today that made you feel uncomfortable? When you ask those types of questions, you will be surprised at what starts to come out of your teenager's mouth. And they really start to open up and they really see that you do have a genuine interest in what's going on with them. Now, you have to also show and talk to your child about what love and respect looks like and feels like. And when the opportunity presents itself to show what it doesn't look or feel like, take it and start having that conversation and point out to your child about what it isn't. And I found that using movies is a great way to point out these examples and talk about them, because we can show them through our own home environment what love and respect looks like, but the outside world is going to show your child something different. So you might as well go ahead and prepare them for it. Show them ahead of time what it is, what it looks like, and what it's not, because the world will. And you want to send your child out and be very prepared for what they are going to face, both career and also different relationships that they find themselves into. Now, if you're doing just a bit of what I've kind of pointed out, man, what will your child say and remember about you as you are providing them what they need for their social and emotional growth? What would they say? I guarantee you, whatever they say, if you're doing just a bit of this, will probably bring you to tears. Now, I can provide you with all the adverse effects of having a negative disposition, just like I did with work. But I'm not going to do that when it comes to parenting. I'm not going to do that. If what I've mentioned goes against what you are doing when it comes to raising your children, then maybe some of what I've shared will at least get you to do a little self-reflection. Then you decide what's best for you and your family. But whether you are a role model within your career or family life, keep in mind the type of impact you want to have on the people around you, because what you will be leaving behind is your legacy.